Hey everybody, it's Michael from Corona. We're here to talk about a real crowd favorite today, credit card processing. It's all a pretty crazy process and one that really very few people would have any reason to know a lot about. But for retailers, it's definitely important to know at least the basics. Credit card fees can rack up fast, but they don't have to be as high as you might have been told. So let's start with the major players in this game and then talk about the steps of each transaction. First, the processors themselves. Most people probably haven't heard of a single one, but it's a lucrative business. There are many credit card processors quietly making a wild amount of money. The processors are basically responsible for keeping all parties in touch throughout the transaction. For their service, they charge a fee for every transaction. This fee can vary based on the type of transaction and the company's rates. More on that later though. Next up, credit card networks or associations. These are the names that everybody knows. Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover, and of course, everybody's favorite dark horse in the great credit card race, Diners Club. These companies don't actually facilitate the transaction in any way aside from providing the network for the exchange. They also don't front any money for a credit transaction. They work with the banks on setting interchange fees, however, something we'll get into again in a minute. The money is instead fronted by the issuing bank, the bank which the purchaser uses. The issuing bank also gives the final thumbs up or down on the transaction. For their services and the financial risk assumed, the issuing bank is rewarded with the vast majority of those interchange fees I just mentioned. The acquiring bank, on the other hand, is where the merchant's accounts are kept. The acquiring bank doesn't have to do much aside from accept the funds and then subtract and distribute the fees taken for each transaction. Finally, there's this fifth player that likes to show up sometimes, but that no one really wants to hang out with. Independent sales organizations, or ISOs. They recruit merchants to sign up with a particular credit card processor. While not an employee of a processor, they get a cut of the fees of any merchant that they register with that processor. These fees are not a percentage of the normal fees you could expect to pay for a processing fee. Instead, the merchant picks up the tab for the ISOs in addition to regular processing rates. Watch out for these slippery little weasels. So, how does the process actually work? When you swipe, dip, or tap your card, the information from the magnetic strip or computer chip is first sent to the processor. The processor sends it out to the credit card networks and issuing bank. The credit card networks will determine the interchange fees, and the issuing bank will approve or reject the transaction. Both send the information back through the processor, who sends it back to the merchant's machine, all in a few seconds. As annoying as it is pretty amazing. Okay. So what about the thing that you, as the retail owner, really care about? The fees. In most cases, there are three. First, assessment fees. These go to the credit card associations for providing the network for the exchange. These vary between companies, but are typically around 0.1% of the amount spent. Okay, now back to the interchange fees. These are the brunt of the total you'll pay. They're based on hundreds of factors that affect the risk of each transaction. I'll name a few to give you an idea. Is your card present or not? High rewards cards have higher rates. Was the transaction swiped, dipped, or keyed? Keyed will generally be higher. What type of card are you using? What type of business are you coming from? These all matter. While you can't negotiate these rates, you can take steps to lower them. The last one is the one that you can actually negotiate, the credit card processor fees. These are simply the fees that the processor charges for being the ringleader of the whole transaction. While they have to charge something, the rates between processors vary greatly. Unless you know someone in the industry, the lowest rates you'll probably find will be around 0.25%. Sometimes, though, point-of-sale companies also double as processors. This is where you'll see much higher rates. Be sure to check that your POS solution isn't locking you into a processing contract. Even a fractional hike in fees can cost a small or medium-sized retailer thousands of dollars a year. And guess who isn't a credit card processor? Corona. We don't even offer contracts on our POS software. We're just proud of our product and confident in what we have to offer. So try out our free trial. And if you need more retail advice, subscribe to our blog and channel. Thanks for watching.